really thought that far ahead. But that's where I've been for the last like maybe 6 months or so, is in Westburn.
Well, so all right, a little bit of backstory for you that you would have seen comings and goings is that about, let's see, at this point, probably about a month prior, approximately, a group of adventurers had come from north of Westburn, um, and in tow with them were 40 some haggard looking individuals. They encamped in Westburn for a couple weeks, and about a week later, so about 3 week mark, this whole group started heading out from Westburn north towards Loftwick.
You said there was like a group with 40 people, 40 people?
40, 43 of these people look like they weren't from this area for sure. As they were disembarking, or as they were leaving the town, they left on with 3 wagons. 6 additional men-at-arms were hired on. A new halfling was with them that you wouldn't have seen arrive, bringing the 43 with them. And they started heading north along the road up that leads towards Loftwick.
That's a big group of people.
Yeah, so I'd say about this point they've been traveling up this road for 5 days. 4 or 5 days. And
we haven't even got, we're between Westburn and Loftwick, right?
Yes. So if you look on the map, there's a
I
token
don't
for where
look.
the party is.
The map's emblazoned in my frontal lobe.
All right, so you're by the Kendine River.
Yeah.
near the Sylvan Woods, the Sylvan Woods. And I'm trying to remember the city that everybody was just at, and they went to the local tavern there. Bear with me. Whitehurst. They have about a half a day to the northeast of Whitehurst. And there they have stopped for a lunch break, resting, watering the horses, feeding. Would you have been following them, Hearn?
At a distance, yeah. It's just because there's so many of them. It's unusual to see a group of 50 people, come into Westburn, into the hills of Westburn, and then head down into the plains of the yeomanry itself. And they didn't look like soldiers because they hired, you said, about another 6 men at arms.
Yeah.
So maybe survivors of something.
And some of them, some of the 43 that they're transporting aren't really able to walk alongside with the wagons. They're actually in the wagons. So you have some that not necessarily infirm, but.
So does it look like a good mix of like children, middle-aged, old people?
20s to 50s. Low, early 50s, maybe, is what your guess would be.
Okay.
They're definitely
I'll follow them
from this area. They don't look as if they're from this area. But they have stopped, And you see that there's some conversation going on between a couple of the party members and the guards. And the guards are like looking like they're being told something preposterous.
Oh, we found them at a inn. All 43 of them? Mm-hmm.
Oh no, these are the guards that came with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll follow them like along. Say I'll be about, I don't know, 10 minutes behind them so I can see the dust of the wagons, but I don't want to be, well, I'll also be in deer form, seeing it's my normal other than being a half-elf. I spend probably 80% of my days as a deer, because there's no limit to how long each thing does. So I'm going to be in deer form. I'll just eat a bit of grass, make it look like a normal deer, and follow them about 10, between 5 and 10 minutes behind them at a walk for me. So if I ran, probably a couple of minutes.
So I got a
I'll
quick question.
Yep.
Where's your horse?
In Westbridge or Westburn.
Okay, 5 days behind. Okay.
Yep. Do I still? Yep, I still got my horse.
You
Do
still
I
got
still
your
have
horse?
this? Oh, yeah. I might even get rid of my horse because I don't have horse riding anymore. I don't really need it. I have deer riding. A deer.
I
riding
wanted
the
to see if the deer was riding the horse.
That would be amazing. Well, no, I'll keep the horse in Westburn for right now. In the stables of a local inn that I go in and residing like one day every week, just to talk. And everybody's like, "Do you ever take that mask off?" No, sorry. It's a good mask. It's very lifelike. Took a long time to get it to look like this, but yeah, I mean, I'll definitely keep my horse in the thing. Make sure it's well looked after. I've got animal training horse and dog, and animal handling deer / stag, because why wouldn't I want to go and look after I didn't see an animal healing ability, so I couldn't take it because healing the skill is for people.
Yeah,
I
I'll
thought
have to
about
take a look at that and figure out the kit, how it all integrates.
Yep.
Deal with that. But I don't know if you're gonna have a need for healing any animals right now. Hopefully not.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I can use animal handling to sort of ease them and calm them down, and I'm a druid, so I can just use my spells on them if I have to.
Perfect.
So I'm not worried about animal healing skill. I just looked through it.
Speaking of which, do you have what spells you're going to have active for the day?
Yep.
Out.
Okay. I do. Oh, hang on. No, I don't.
I get pick a token.
Pick a token? What do you mean?
From the tokens.pdf.
Which is where?
In the Google Drive, which is pinned in the general chat.
Of Discord?
Yes. All right. So, Turlock and Valentino.
Yes.
Valentino, you and Thodan were planning to break off onto a trail.
Yes.
And I can't really speak for Thodan, but I know Thodan wanted to break off onto this trail as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So, the rest of the party. So that would be Turlock.
Yes, Turlock is here.
Infron.
Turlock is hoping to get experience to get to 2 attacks per round, and then switch over to closer relation to St. Cuthbert by taking on a dual class stance. I'll be 7-something. 71. Born in 71. There you go.
So are you going with Well, I guess that's really Valentino and a conversation with Valentino and Turlock. I don't know who else going.
Yeah, I don't think we made it like any kind of secret that we were going off.
I'm on. If we are leaving, I of course am writing Kieran. The letter K. Kieran. My
I
white
knew
mare.
have turtles in here.
And I'm saying goodbye. I have to get my funds out of Kendall Keep. Did I do that or not?
You guys are many days ride from Kendall Keep right now.
Man, come on. This is like ridiculous. I'm gonna lose a lot of money if I leave here with it. I don't really want to return to the Illuminati.
Well,
Yeah, if I remember, Scott, we left instructions with
I remember
the people in our caravan.
yeah,
we're not gonna be that nice.
Okay, so to bring, I don't know if Andy, if you were paying attention the last session to what the plan was with the group.
Yes, I know the whole way. We're going to Loftwick, and then we're going to Longspear, and then we're going to traverse across Keelan to Gradsol. Then we're going to pick up ship from Gradsol. What?
There's a side mission that they were in.
Fucking side missions. Why?
Okay, Scoot, do I just tell you which one I want?
Yes, just tell me which one.
The number?
Delay that. No, wait. Fuck that.
The number or the name?
Just if you tell me the number and everything, it'll make it
235280 Druid 2 PNG.
235280.
Yep.
Druid 2 PNG. Got it.
Yeah, he's got like a
on your character.
Yeah, he's got a weird looking thing that's not quite a
halberd, but a staff.
It's not quite a staff, yeah, but it'll do.
All right, it's on your character sheet now. So
thank you.
All right, so the last session,
preparation.
Thodan and Valentino were in the bar in Whitehurst in a tavern, and they overheard a conversation speaking of a possible shrine/tomb to a thief in the woods off of the road towards Loftwick. And for some reason the trail has been kind of uncovered, and they found out the directions to it and decided that they wanted to go investigate while they're on the way to Loftwick. They spoke with the guards, telling the guards that if they weren't back in a couple hours to just go ahead and start heading towards Loftwick, and they would meet them in Loftwick or catch up with them along the road. Well, they went and investigated this tomb. Valentino, I don't know how much you shared about the conversation that you had with, or what you had overheard, or the conversation that you had. So
yeah,
if you
just
want to
for
recap that.
Turlock, for Turlock's information that we overheard. We spoke to one of the patrons at the inn or the tavern, and he told us of his cousin who went looking for this shrine / tomb of some pretty famous thief who was supposedly buried with a lot of treasure. Then his cousin went off in search of this treasure and had never returned. I can't remember the guy's name, honestly, Scott.
Never gave a name.
I thought you did. The one that disappeared?
Oh, Sharlock.
Yes.
And Ruard.
Yeah. So that's where we were like, okay, we're going to go. Thodan and I discussed.
Can you bring up a map for me at the moment? Now I do want to, the Animire, not the Darlene type. The Darlene type. The Darlene map is useful at times, but I would like a more detailed map shared with me with the Westburn, the Yeomanry, the Animire.
Yeah, if you go into images and click on the shared, it'll list all the maps that are shared with you, and you can grab.
Okay, I didn't know you had shared it. Map latitude, is that it? It must be. There's 3 of them. No, that's not it.
No,
That's
a map
that's
of
not.
latitude.
No, uncategorized. Yeomanry Steric, maybe that's it.
Yeomanry Steric
Player.
is the area.
Yeah,
that you
this
guys
is
are in.
it. Yeah, so this is it. I
So
need
where
this
the
week.
token is where you are, and let's just make sure this is.
Right, Gary's Mansion, 1983, tabletop gaming.
That's
And Andy Dick is there. I'm not. Andrew says he's 11.
let's
Who let
keep
the
it on.
nerd? Who
Keep it
let the
on. Keep it
11-year-old
on.
nerd in?
Let's keep the flow moving. All right, so that's where you all are right now, and near there is where this trail is that they were told of.
What's preventing us from heading to Loftwick now? We can't get out of this corner, can we, DM?
What corner?
We're gonna sit here by the Burn River forever. We've been within Kendall Keep in Westburn for the whole damn 2 years we've been playing. I don't even know how long. It's been a while. But we've been playing quite a while, and we have not left this area of Kendall. Let me do I have the ability to to write here? I can ping this area that I'm pinging. Westburn
Andy,
and Kendall.
let's keep it in the game and in the dialogue of what's going on here.
We have not left that area for 2 years. I'm telling the other party members we have not left this area for 2 years. However long.
So this is
2 years that we've been really playing. Yes, we have not left this area. What else is going on in the world? We're supposed to go to. I thought we were going to lead these people out of the Yeomanry. Someone's preventing us from leaving the Yeomanry. I don't know if this is the DM's doing, or are we choosing this path? Could somebody enlighten me? Evidently not. Anyone?
Do you want to explain to Turlock?
What? Aren't we where this little white token is?
Yes.
So we're not anywhere near Westburn?
No, you're about 5 days out of Westburn.
That's what I thought. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to take the side quest to check this thief's burial mound or shrine. And we could use... Turlock, are you a cleric?
Thodan is the cleric.
Oh, okay.
Turlock is the knightly-looking individual.
Okay, yeah. Either way, we could use a strong fighter to come with us.
Okay, so what's here near the Kending River? At least we're heading towards Loftwick. God, I would really like... Well, see, it would take just... Can we make a quick dash to Kendall Keep and get our stash? I want to take all my funds out of there. I'm not coming back to this area. I won't let me. But I'm going to get all my funds first, and then somehow get out of here eventually. Out of the Yeomanry, at least. Keelan, I don't know. And Jardian's girl, I don't really care at this point. I just got to get out of the Yeomanry, heraldry-wise. I'm a Cavalier. I know a lot about heraldry, and no, that's not enticing. The Yeomanry, I don't know. To be as funny, and I guess I'm the only one.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm going to start going down whether Turlock comes or not. I know we have Thodan. I don't know if he's being in PC tonight.
You got Thodan and Eagle Eye, and Kawana and Lyric will come as well.
So they're all coming too?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, so we'll head out on this path to the burial shrine / tomb.
Is Turlock in Turlock, are you still running Infram?
I would like to withdraw my funds from Kendall Keep and get out of here. The heraldry bothers Turlock to no end.
Okay. This isn't helping,
He's
Andy.
I know. No, he wants to get out of the yeomanry, and you're not allowing me to. That's what I'd
If
like.
you want to
to
leave the yeomanry, you can. I'm not stopping you.
We don't, because you won't let me get my funds at a Kendall Keep. Well, that's going to take time. Well, we got the side assignment up here in the Kending River. Hey, Kendall Keep's not that far as the Kending. It's Ken, Kendall, and Kending. I wish I had a top knot right now, but I don't. He would like to get Turlock would like to get his funds out
So
of Kendall
Turlock
Keep.
is going to head down to Kendall Keep. Is that what I'm hearing?
I guess he is.
Okay.
He wants to go down there and
Turlock's
get
heading down to Kendall Keep. Turlock.
Yes.
Okay.
He's on his mare. He's a cavalier on the road with his lance and his shield and his plate mail. And he is a cavalier of the yeomanry, despite he just despises the heraldry of the yeomanry, whatever it means.
Okay. All right. So
Would like to.
the party's gonna continue without Turlock. Turlock is heading by himself down to Kendall Keep.
Yep, we'll see you in about 2 weeks.
And Turlock will catch up with the party in however long it takes for Turlock to get back to catch up with the party.
Yes.
All right. Party is split.
Okay.
So you, Harn,
Go ahead.
Hearn, you see the knightly looking gentleman get on his horse and start heading what appears to be back down towards Westburn. Perhaps he forgot something.
Something.
The rest of the adventurers, they start to walk a little bit northeast on the trail.
Do I know anything about that? I mean, I don't have any regional law or anything, but like I said, I've only spent probably 6 months in the area between, say, the two rivers, Wick and Kending, in that area of the Sylvan Woods. That's where I've been roaming. But do I know if there's anything in the direction that the group are going, like a small town that I don't know about, or?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
I've never seen a group of 50 people go off into the woods.
Not the
And
50
even
people. They're all sitting around eating.
Oh, so the group of refugees, that's what I'm going to call them,
Yep.
have made a camp where that little marker is, and then the adventurers, the ones that look like they're the leaders, are going off on their own up further into the low hills, to the southwest of the river.
Correct.
That's interesting. And then there's this one dude
Gone
coming back this way who's going to head. How big's one of these hexes, rough scale wise, just so I can get an idea?
25
Because I do
miles.
have 20. So he's got like 150 miles. I'm going to say
15 miles. Sorry, 15.
Oh, 15? Okay,
Yeah.
30. Still 75 plus miles each way.
Mm.
I'm thinking he's heading back to Westburn. Guy on his own.
Roughly travel maybe
Good luck. Yeah. Sticks
Couple
out
weeks.
like a sore freaking thumb. So, well, I'll, using my Batman super, or rather Stagman super abilities, I'm just going to walk out of his path. So if he sees me, he's just going to see a wild stag munching on some freaking leaves, and then I'm just going to carry on following this group of people. Because if the others have stopped, then they've stopped for a reason. Maybe they're exhausted. Maybe they've been traveling for a long time.
half day.
So
you figure they're doing their half day stop and just resting up, feeding, watering the horses, eating some lunch.
okay, Well, I'll go to sort of, again, keeping about 10, 5 to 10 minutes behind the small group. You know, nibbling some grass occasionally. If they look around, then it's just a random deer. If there are any other deer, obviously I'm going to meld with the herd and just talk to them and say, "How's it going, guys? Haven't seen you." Well, I get that free speak with deer / stag. So I'll just, if there are any other deer, I'm not going to summon them or anything like that. I'm just going to talk to them and just ask them if they've seen anything, you know, that sort of crap, like a normal druid would do. How's it going? You know, oh, you're not as young as I last saw you. You're up here now, and then I'll carry on going across the river, and then try and do a small intersect course, so I get within, say, 3 minutes behind them, because it's going to be pretty easy. I mean, yeah, they can probably hear me going on the freaking stones and grass, but it's just a deer.
They're really quiet.
Yep, that's good.
They're really, really quiet. I hunt them. They're quiet.
Oh, cool. That's even better then. I'll just pad along on the grass as best I can to an intersect point. I want to see if I can keep them in my sight and make sure that nothing happens to them.
Well,
and I'll glance over my shoulder occasionally at this weird guy who's traveling, 100 miles on his own in the middle of a shiny suit of armor. In the middle of he's on a dirt track, for God's sake. He's not. I don't think he's going to make it.
Well, this is a trade road, so it is patrolled.
We're in a rather southern latitude.
We're
not at a northern latitude. We're at a southern latitude where the weather is somewhat warm year round. At least here in the lower parts.
It's a very well traveled road. Merchants use it to travel between Westburn and Lothwick.
Yep.
And because Westburn is known to be a place where spears are made for the entirety of the yeomanry, they're renowned for that, and so a lot of trade happens between there. The road is more of a trade road.
And I guess they do have Kendall Keep, so that's sort of like a fortification right there as well.
Yeah. So, Valentino, you and the rest of the group travel a little bit up the road, and sure enough, Eagle Eye spots this trail. It's partially overgrown, but he definitely notices it. And he kind of points out to it and says, I think this is what we're looking for. What you see is a partially overgrown, with straight young hardwood saplings and multitudes of weeds.
Mm-hmm.
It leads off that road. Under normal conditions, for the most part, you probably would just walk right past it. What you can tell is there hasn't been any like creature activity on this. It doesn't look like it's been traveled.
Okay, is that
quite some time?
I ask the ranger, the Eagle Eye, right? It's the ranger.
Yes.
If it's unusual that we don't hear any animal sounds or signs of any animal passing or anything like that, or if if he's hearing anything out of the ordinary.
There are deer around, and the birds. We can hear the birds. But this trail hasn't been traveled in some time, and he points to some of the saplings that have grown up, and he's like, "See, these have not been trampled, so nothing's come down this trail. If this indeed is the trail that you heard rumored of, we can follow it."
Yeah, let's keep following it.
And so you hop onto the trail. At this point, Harn, you see them step off of the road into the woods, into overgrown brush and saplings and trees. You've lost sight of them at this point.
I will go to the spot where they were and look at, I guess, the newly crushed grass and weeds and stuff.
Yes, that is what you
It's
see.
Really trampled.
literally, it's like,
recently
man, everything here, yeah. And then I will tiptoe. No, just walk behind them about a minute behind the last person now, so I can hear if there's any fighting or anything like that, just in case. And I'll just do like a normal deer, like I'm just ambling along, you know, making sure if there's any apples in the tree, I'll snag an apple. Making sure it's okay, and then just carry on walking because it's deer. There's deer, bound to be deer, like you said, in the area. So I'm just a stag wandering through, following this trail. I just happen to be going in the same direction as them, looking beadily at them. What's this deer doing at the back? Nothing. Me shrugging the shoulder.
So you wander. So the party wanders, following this trail. It kind of twists and turns and winds a little bit. It's definitely had been used at one point. You figure you
They got horses.
They're not on horses. I don't
Okay,
think.
okay.
I'm assuming that they didn't
No.
own horses because
okay.
horses would be. That would create some issues.
Yeah.
You walk about a half hour up this trail, and it still continues on. You figure you probably walk maybe close to a half mile at this point. Continuing on, you eventually find yourself standing where the trail ends at a little swamp hole.
Interesting. It's a what?
A swamp, essentially. So the path is really not difficult to follow at all. There are lots of overhanging branches, which you'll have to chop. You guys have chopped away along this path. It does eventually come to a clearing with a stagnant, algae-choked marsh. Standing in the center of this marsh, you see that there's an island with climbing vines and moss covering a building sitting on this island. You can see that there are several doors into this building.
And it's just a regular square building, it looks like?
Yeah, made out of stonework.
You
don't see a bridge crossing the swamp to the island at all, but there does seem to be an odd chill in the air.
Oh.
The air temperature may be warm, but you feel an odd chill.
Sort of like an internal foreboding.
Perhaps.
Yikes. All right. Does it look like? Can I? I guess I'm not going to be able to. I'll ask the ranger if he can determine the depth of this water, because I don't want to get in. Start walking towards this mound and then just falling over my head.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. You all on a map.
Interesting.
Andy.
Yes.
Infram. What's up with Infram?
I'm not playing him. If we got more players, I'm not playing him. I'll just stick with Sherlock.
Okay.
If Sherlock dies, I'll bring him in. He's another Pac-Man.
Gotcha. All right. So you ask Eagle Eye to ascertain the depth. And he's like, I would guess that it's no more than waist high.
For you or for me?
Well, for me.
Okay, so it'll be up to my head. If there was only
because it seems that there's some stones set up to the north, though. If that's what I'm seeing.
like that's what those yellow things are on the map.
And he points up into this direction.
Okay. All right. So yeah, can we skirt around the outside of the clearing?
Oh yeah.
To up to that point.
Yeah. I mean, you'll be having to bushwhack a bit to get through to it, but most definitely you can make your way up to there.
Excellent.
There you guys go.
Okay. Okay, so that's sort of like all right, sort of convenient stone bridge. Oh, no, this is all stone. It's not stone and wood, right?
It's all stone.
Okay.
Yes.
Are there gaps in it like that, or is it just all flat?
Well, what you see in front of you is looks to be a doorway, and the door is open.
Okay. Very good.
You can spy in there that it seems to be a pedestal of some sort with some statue standing on top of it. You can't really make it out because of the darkness in the room itself.
All right, I'm gonna come up to the front door. That door, and it's open, right? It's not just ajar. Is it completely open?
Give me a second here.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. So you're looking at these stones, you can see that they're coated with slime and residue.
Okay.
They don't look like they're going to be fun to try and walk across.
Okay. So, I guess dexterity checks or things of that nature would be required.
Yeah.
Okay. Would my
what speed are you?
tightrope
Are you? So you're going to try and walk across. What speed are you going to go at? How are you going to? How are you
quarter
gonna...
speed?
Oh, perfect.
We'll try to use. Let's see.
So as you step onto it,
Is there
you feel that you could, if you take your time, you figure, hey, I can do this.
Okay.
This isn't so bad. I've played games on slippery stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And so moving slowly and cautiously across.
Yeah. And as I'm moving, I'm telling everybody behind me that if they follow, just to be very careful because these stones are slippery.
You make your way up to the door.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
Yep.
Looking at... So following your direction to go slowly, the party as well makes it across. You stand in the doorway to this building.
Okay. I want to, before I go through the doorway, I want to take a look around the door frame and kind of inspect it, see if there's any blood marks or anything like that around, or foot or handprints anywhere around.
Yeah, you can. What you do notice is that on the outside, you're doing this.
Yeah.
No, you don't really see much of anything there. But if you peer into the inside of the doorway, you do notice that it's marred and scratched, as if something was trying to claw its way out.
Okay, and that's on the outside or the other side of the door?
The other side, on the
Okay.
inside of the frame. The frame itself is perfectly smooth, unlike the rest
Okay.
of the building. But on the outside, it's doesn't have those markings, but on the inside, it is definitely marred and scratched. Has been marred and scratched in the past.
Okay. So, yeah, yeah, all right. I'm gonna take a move in 10 feet from where I am now into the room.
So as you step inside, it's very apparent that the structure is a shrine of some sort, quite possibly a temple or a tomb. There's two huge twin statues set back to back with their arms raised in the middle of this huge room on a stone platform. Each statue depicts a thin, narrow-faced human male wearing belted robes and sandals. The eyes of the statues seem to glow with light and seem to follow your every movement. There's no weeds growing between the flagstones making up the floor, and no sign of life can be seen inside. There's many odd bits of debris littering the area. And you see words carved on the northern face of the stone platform. It seems to be an old variant of the common tongue, and it says, Colum the Swift, Lord of the Night.
Interesting. So this is definitely that shrine sounds like definitely a thief's name.
And there's other writing underneath it, but you can't quite make it out from where you are.
Okay.
You'd have to
So-
get closer to it to be able to
Yeah.
read it.
Okay.
And I've got free movement on the tokens, so if you want to move around,
okay.
you're very much welcome to.
Okay. Come into about here. And yeah, what do I see anything else in this room now? What? Yeah, I want to take a look on the floors. See if. Well, you know what? I'm just going to.
You see huddled in the corner what appears to be a dead body, or a skeleton, actually, at this point.
Which part of the floor?
The northwestern corner.
Okay.
It's a body wearing some leather armor that is kind of torn up.
Right. And are we facing north, or
You're facing
are we
south.
facing? Okay.
The
So it's in the north or left corner on the map.
Yeah, the cardinal direction. It's our north to the top in this map, and right here
Okay.
is where you see the.
Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. From where I am, can I decide or ascertain what killed him? If there's like any shattered bones or anything like that, anything visual like that, blunt force trauma, any kind of
No,
trauma. Okay, great.
not at all. That's the odd thing. Doesn't look like weapons killed this person.
All right. Is there any? Can I check out the armor that he's wearing? Maybe from where I am, see if there's any holes in it, or abnormal holes.
Yeah, the armor looks as if it's been shredded, as if
great.
like it's just cut up.
So I assume that's the same.
Eagle Eye is looking at it as well, and he goes, "This looks like
Flaws.
no," he says. "This looks like razor weed."
Razor weed.
Yeah.
What is what's razor weed? I've never heard. Would I have heard of that? Being a hobbit or halfling?
Maybe. This razor weed is a weed that's sharp as razors. Typically grows in swamps, kind of like this.
Interesting. But why would it be in here? Now, yeah.
Maybe there's some razor weed patches in this swamp and he fell in.
Okay. I don't want to metagame think, but okay. I want to come up to the stone altar, is it? Where those two statues are standing, and I want to inspect that. But before I go up to the statue, I want to check the traps in front of me, every 5 feet, till I get to the base of the altar.
Okay. Hearn, what are you doing?
Just watched them go across this stone bridge, and they're standing sort of in the
There you are.
doorway of whatever it is.
So I placed your token onto the map. It's right.
Oh
there.
man, I'm right where? Oh, over here. Oh, that's okay. That's fairly close.
I just put it there. I don't know where you are. You can move them around wherever you
Well,
want.
no, if you look at the note I left you in the chat, it says about 30 feet. Yep, it's about where I was.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be here at the moment.
So 30
just
feet is like right in this range here.
okay. I'm gonna be in that underneath the bushes or the branches of that tree, just sticking my deer head out and watching them, like really curious that they're going into some type of, I don't know, fort or something, because I haven't seen inside. I don't know what's doing.
Why don't you roll me a percentile die real quick in the tower? Or don't matter where. Actually, with this one, I don't care.
Oh, hang on. Let me get the tower up. There it is. Woo!
All right. Whisper you.
They obviously know what they're doing. I mean, whoever was at the door first seemed to be very adept at looking around for things. I'm going to assume he might be a ranger or a rogue of some description, just based on his fact that he moved across those rocks pretty quickly, told everybody take it slow, got up there, started looking around the door, looking at the locks, looking at the hinges, not the sort of thing a dumbass barbarian or fighter would do. So, but a ranger might do that, so it might be a group of rangers. But isn't he halfling?
Yes.
Did you get my message?
Oh crap. Is it like, oh hang on, I'll respond in type just because it's easy.
That's the one thing I like about Discord is I could have or Gilded is I could have this
Right.
conversation in here with you. Just you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, you already answered what I just was about to type, so
You feel a chilling presence here.
like,
you
did it get a little bit cooler?
Imbalance.
Okay, well that makes sense. Did it get a little bit colder when I noticed your first bit?
No.
And then did it drop down a little bit? I got a bit warmer when it did the second bit.
No. The chill is still there.
I think the chill might be emanating from the building.
There's definitely something. You definitely know there's something off here. This area is
the whole
very
place looks
imbalanced.
off.
Like to you, the balance should be restored somehow here. Because this place it's just wrong.
Well, I know I can't get across these rocks in stag form because too slippery. They have hooves. They'll be in the water. So, and they'll look around and go, "What the is that stag?" She'll just walking along.
Shoot, dear, shoot.
Yeah, dear, what the hell are you doing? So I will cancel my first charge. It's amazing. It actually put it on the powers that I get to use it 3 times a day. Where's my sheet? Give me my sheet. So I've done that. I've done 1 token form. So I will drop that, and then I will do the same as they did, very slowly using my staff as a balancing stick more than anything. Not that I'm too worried about slipping into the water, I mean, and then I'm going to slowly come up to here, the last stone, and peek in. But I'm trying not to, like, go, oi, because there'll be so many arrows and throwing stones and stuff, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to sneak up to there, well, not sneak, walk cautiously up to the doorway and then see what this group of, like I said, I think they're not
Oh,
necessarily
Turlock.
rangers, but they could be trackers of some description.
Turlock's not even on the map.
No, Turlock is heading down to Kendall Keep.
Oh, that's right. I'm on my own. I'm doing my own thing. I had to do something different. I had to get my money.
Yep.
I'm intent on leading these people back to Woolly Bay, where they belong. Wild Coast.
And then I'll take in the scene because I heard you describe the statue.
Yeah, so you look into the room and you see that they're very intently looking around in here. So Valentino, as you're cautiously moving through here, inspecting everything, what you do notice is that the debris on the ground are various parts and pieces of weapons and armor, kind of scattered about. There's several skeletons that have decomposed over time, probably quite a long time that they've been in here. Years. Judging from what Eagle Eyes said on the state of the trail, the saplings and the growth on there, that trail probably hadn't been navigated in many years. Didn't give an exact time, but quite possibly 2 to 4 years.
All right. Well, before we go any further,
but noticing traps, you don't notice any traps as you're walking towards the altar itself, and kind of put your character where he is currently.
Yeah. Okay. Right about here.
At that vantage point, you can clearly read what the rest of the engraving says on the altar itself.
If you're standing on the floor, you're already dead.
If you read this, you're already dead, yeah.
And it says, again, Cullum the Swift, Lord of the Night. In a smaller inscription it states, "Of the best I was, but you must put aside the old ways and see that everything here has a place. If you steal from me, I steal from you. Why tempt futility and disturb my sleep when all things must be where they are? Things taken will come full circle, for though the day calls you master, my servants rule the night."
Oh, wicked.
I'm going to put this into chat so that you guys can see this. Matt's going to be upset. He loves riddles and things like
in
this.
In Discord or in Fantasy Grounds?
Fantasy Grounds.
I'll call him this. Cullum the Swift, Lord of the Night. And oh, what a night it was. Of the best I was.
Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bits of armor and weapons and equipment from many years ago are lying on the floor, rusting and rotting.
Do any of the other corpses here look like they had the same kind of slashes on them as the other one did when we first walked in? Do they all look like they died of the same thing, or do they have like the same kind of marks on them?
No.
Okay.
No. The bones is what they are. And there's clearly 3 of them, aside from the one in the corner. But the amount of, that's the interesting thing, is deductively the amount of debris from weapons and torn armor and things like that is more than the number of skeletal bodies that you see in this room.
Wonderful.
And the thing is the bodies are close, like, to the doors.
Like they were trying to claw the way out?
Yeah.
Great. Shit.
And so upon inspection of looking at these statues in the room, you see that the two statues, they're standing with widely separated feet and joined at the back for support. And you have to guess that they look identical, that it has to be perhaps column.
Okay. And you said the eyes were glowing on the statues?
Seemingly. So each figure holds its arms out and at about shoulder height with the palms up.
Out as in like in sort
As
of
if
like
out towards like
prayer?
trying to hug somebody, you know, like you're welcoming somebody, but the palms are facing up.
Okay.
These statues are 20 feet tall.
Okay.
And the palms seem to be about 16 feet from the ground.
Does anything in this room look like it belongs on the statues? Like the statues were holding something?
Possibly. There's nothing on the floor that looks like it had fallen from them. These statues are made from solid bronze.
Okay.
And the eyes seem to be engraved with some types of gems.
Okay. Can I don't have a phrasal or anything like that. Can I tell what kind of gems they are? What color?
Roll me an intelligence tower.
Sure. And I'm going to drop it in the tower.
Please. Oh, you got dishonor. What the hell? I don't like that at all. All right. Looks to be a crystal of some sort.
What?
A crystal of some sort. They look to be crystals of some sort, maybe like a glass steel or something like that. They reflect the light quite well, which gives them that glimmer that they have.
All right. From where I'm standing, this is just a stone altar. It doesn't have like any compartments or anything in it that it looks like.
Give me a detect traps. A trap saw.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. I'm going to do that in the tower.
Yeah.
Find remove.
Yep. So you do notice that where the words are, it seems that they are on separate sections of stone that seem to be capable of being pressed in. Perhaps from your investigation, it's to trigger a trap or a secret door of some sort.
Can I use my ring to see if it is a trap?
Yeah, you can use your ring.
All right.
After about 10 minutes of peering and looking carefully, you do see that inside this platform, it's hollowed out into a 3-foot by 6-foot space between the heels of the two stone statues.
Okay.
Inside of that, you see what looks to be perhaps a sarcophagus of some sort.
Okay.
It seems as if you perhaps pushing this section in, and the section that you can see with this ring is over the word "steal from me."
So it is a trap.
That you can't tell.
Okay. So I do see a sarcophagus inside the stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems as if perhaps you guess maybe that there's some way to get that sarcophagus to slide out.
Okay. All right.
The mechanism of which to do it, you're not sure.
Okay. Before I do anything else, I want to look at the shoulders of the statues. Do they have any kind of look like they have any kind of pressure? Do they move at all? Like have any like?
Repeat that.
Yeah.
Kind of broke up on my end. I didn't catch the beginning.
On the statues, I'm going to look at their shoulders. Is there any kind of indication that they move at all?
No.
Or
no.
Okay.
No.
All right. I'm going to before I do anything else, I'm going to turn around and tell everybody else basically what I saw and what I found out, and see if they want to come up and join me, and then I'll look to the east and west and see what's those arches, doors.
Thodan. So some of these, I know them well enough, so I should be able to guess at what they would say. Thodan says, you see any gems or jewelry in there?
I didn't see any gems or jewelry in there, but the eyes on the statue look like there's some kind of crystals. I don't know if you'd be able to tell what kind they are. And I just, point his attention to the eyes of the statue.
And this is where it becomes fun for me, sarcastically. What does Thodan have? Well, he can brew some beer.
Yeah, always a good time for beer.
Yeah, this ain't gonna work out for you guys. Lyric is really, really, really into jewelry and stuff. So I'm going to give her a opportunity to ascertain what this might be. And she comes up with just crystals. There's some kind of very fancy crystal.
Okay.
I don't know what kind. I've not seen this type before. If only we had the gnome from Kendallkeep with us.
Okay.
Thodan chimes in. You think they're valuable?
They look it to me.
Perhaps we should pry them out.
I'm going to advise him against that, just because of what I tell him what the engraving on the statue says.
The dejected look upon his face, he slumps his shoulders.
So I also tell him about the kind of, what was it, like a pressure plate kind of thing that looks to me like to be a trap, but I couldn't really make it out too well.
Hearn.
Yep.
What you doing? You see them
just watching. I was amazed that he didn't see a cute deer head peeking over the bottom of the door, even though it's me. You know, my face is a deer, but I'm like, I was lucky. Maybe I was bending down eating a freaking piece of grass or something.
Well,
But they're all talking about
heavily concentrating on this.
yeah, talking about taking. I'm not necessarily sure what they're thinking of taking from these statues, but looks valuable. Maybe we should pry them out. It's like, I don't know, and maybe this is a bunch of thieves now. By the way they're talking and acting, it's possible. I'm just going by what I hear and see. I don't know. You know, one of them seems to be more cool-headed. The one that said, "No, I don't think we should do that," which is also the person that came in first. So I'm thinking he might be like I'm not going to say group leader, but the more more professional. There you go, more professional. Even though he might still be a thief because he was looking for traps, I think, or looking at the hinges like a thief would do. I think he's more self-preservation than, oh yeah, let me just stand on this. And he mentioned pressure plate trap, and everybody else seemed to be like, oh, like one of them slumped his shoulders. The woman's like, I'm not going to be rich anymore. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to wait and see what they decide they're going to do before, you know, I'm not hiding. I mean, I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'4", so I'm sort of peeking out over the lip of the doorway with with my deer head and antlers, just looking at them, like waiting for them just to either notice me or do something where I can help. And I'm watching every minute. I'm turning to what you said earlier, that exact direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And making
Noted.
sure.
Perfect.
But barring that, just loving listening and watching what they're doing. Because I got to be careful, like I said, it's going to be a shock when they see what I look like, and I don't want an arrow in the face.
Tension
hurts.
seems high in there at this point.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah, we're all sitting on one butt cheek, so to speak.
Yeah.
Kawana, the shaman that was with you, what are we doing?
Who is that?
The shaman, Kawana, standing 6'4", muscular, ripped, looks like he is a man of the plains.
Excellent.
No shirt, carrying a spear and a shield.
Yeah, him and our bard are our resident Gold Moon and Riverwind.
Nice. That's what
They're
I
not even permanent. But she, or no, that's his wife. Is Laura? Laura,
yeah, Laura's his wife. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I tell
And they didn't build those characters to be that way, which is funny, but very astute point, Andy.
Yes, I'll fall into a category at one point because they're so Lionhead Carl Jungian.
So what do you?
My game.
Kawana's like, here. Why do we stand? What? This is something of the dead. I think we should have no part of this. We've experienced enough dealings with the dead. I don't like the feelings I'm getting here. And at that, he turns right at you, Hearn.
Sees a deer looking at him.
Points. And we have a guest.
Oh boy.
I don't sense.
Roll for initiative.
Don't sense danger from him.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah,
he yells out, "Show yourself!"
I'll just raise my, like a deer would do. You know, it sort of raises its head and looks over the doorway.
Curious.
It's just a deer, you know, headed. So it's a deer's head. If you've seen the picture, it's definitely not a normal deer. It's got way too many antlers. and he has bright blue eyes that you might not be able to see, but they are literally very piercing, intelligent blue eyes in the face of the deer.
Kawana makes his way towards you. What?
He's not from the Pomarge, I guess. Ben Franklin's Poor Richard's Almanac March. Oh, it can't. I can't.
So who's walking towards me? The guy with the spear?
Kawana, yeah, the guy with the spear.
Okay.
He's looking at you. He's not walking at you threateningly, but very commandfully.
I'll hop into the room now. They can see it's actually a person with a deer's head. And I'll just look inquisitively at them.
What kind of abomination are you? Kawana says to you.
In common, I assume?
In what?
Did he say in common?
In common, yes.
Yeah, okay.
In very broken common?
Okay.
Because I would mistake you for shamanistic, but you, what are you?
Close. I'm a druid. I've been following you for some days.
Why?
Curiosity. Curiosity killed the deer. Satisfaction gave it a beer. Just literally, I'll just say curiosity and tilt my head a little bit. But I'm not the only one that was interested in you. When you opened this door...
Well, the door's been open. It wasn't opened by them.
Oh, no. Yeah, when you entered the doorway, about 60 or 70 feet back inside the tree line so you couldn't see it, was a figureless and featureless dark humanoid form who moved away the further in you went. It was almost pitch black, like looking at a moving shadow.
Oh, goodness. So, when we came in...
That turns and says, I tell you, this place bodes ill.
Yeah, it definitely feels wrong. It feels colder in here, I'm assuming.
No,
it feels cold. No, still the same. The whole
just
swamp.
You feel a chill in the air, but the air is warm. But it's not a change in the chill.
Oh, so it's like maybe from the water's edge or even further out.
It's kind of as you got within proximity of it to the water's edge, yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay, so it's the whole swamp area.
20-foot radius around the outside of it's like when you started about 20 feet from the water's edge when coming along the trail is when you started to feel that chill.
Okay, I'm going to say it's definitely unnatural. Something's not right.
Yes.
I don't mean the
hair
building.
On the back of my neck has been standing up.
It's everywhere. It's permeating the air and the water and the plants, and it seems to end, 10 paces the other side of this mire. And I will look at the guy I assume might be a barbarian. No shirt on, doing the He-Man thing.
Definitely barbarian.
Okay. Please do not be afraid of my looks. And before you ask, it is not a mask. This is how I look.
Is this some foul bewitchery?
Nope.
God's played tricks on you?
No, not really. It's a blessing.
If you like deer women.
Yeah. Well, at least they don't ask for money.
That's true. Yeah,
Quick rub behind the ears and a handful of apples, and there you go.
What do you know? What do you know of this place, Druid?
Nothing. I've lived in this area, not here, but close to where you left Westbury. I've lived in Westburn. Yeah, I've lived in the area, the valleys and the forests for about 6 to 9 months. I come here occasionally, but I wander as my feet take me. And 2 nights before you entered Westburn, I had a vision of a group of people, and my curiosity assumed it was you. So I followed you, and I saw your friend in the shiny plate mail riding back towards the same place that you'd just come from. But he didn't see me. I was just eating grass at the time. And then I decided to follow you. And then I realized you were going through a track that hadn't been used before, making a hell of a mess. Anybody's with a pair of eyes is going to be able to follow you now. And then when I got here, I saw that figure watching you, and then it moved away of its own accord. It didn't see me, and then I came to see what you were up to. And as they say, here I am.
Interesting.
Why follow us?
Curiosity.
Is anybody else following us?
Only that black, featureless, formless figure. I don't think he was following you, but he was watching you enter this place. And then he moved away on his own, but he still might be out there somewhere.
Quana turns and says, "This isn't good. We shouldn't touch anything in here. We should get out."
I'm going to introduce myself to Hearn. I am Valentino Tolopino. And yeah. It's me,
Archie.
Yeah.
I can't be Roger Smith. That's not fair.
Yes, Adish. I introduced myself to him, and again, I asked him how do you come to look like that?
My name is Hearn, and I follow, I think I'll pronounce it right, Ilona, the goddess of forests and animals and nature in general. She's my patron. And when I was a younger druid, I was given the choice of choosing a specific path, and I chose to follow an animal totem. And I thought porcupine would make me look silly. So I chose the noble stag, and as I pursued my studies and Ilona's blessings eventually granted me with this visage, and as I continue, then I assume other things might change as well, until maybe one day I no longer have a two-legged form and I'll be a stag permanently. It is as Ilona wishes it.
Oh, very.
Quana looks at you like, huh?
Yeah.
Enjoy your stag beer.
Enjoy his stag beer. Well, if you look at his face, he looks more like a cross between a stag and a deer, which is exactly the look I wanted. He's sort of male. Well, he's definitely male. You can hear it in his voice and his physique. But he has the female element of softness and wisdom about him from the goddess. And the male part of the stag is the,
Longest
the
one.
defense.
So if you're elven, what kind of elves are you descendant of?
He's half
Don't know.
elven.
I was half elven. Yep.
What elven?
Don't know. I
You
never
don't
met my
know.
parents. I
You're an
never knew
orphan?
my parents.
Okay, so you're an orphan.
I woke up in a wood, and it was.
Thank you.
Yep. I woke up in a wood.
I'm not a bastard.
You're not a what?
I'm not a bastard. That would be too cliche. I'm a cavalier, but I'm not a bastard. That'd be too cliche. No, I'm a younger son. I'm like one of the younger sons that don't get anything out of the nobility that I'm descendant of. I gotta go make out my own.
I'm just a son of Ilana. That's it. My parents. Maybe one day I'll find them, if that's written in the future. But
right,
I don't know. I have no need at the moment to find them. But
I would like to leave the. Well, I'm not there. I'm not kidding.
You're not with them. You have already left. You are okay. I'm gonna sidetrack to Andy now. So in this time, you have made your way a few miles down the road, and you have passed a couple merchant wagons that are heading north, likely from perhaps Kendall Keep area. Other than that, it has been a very uneventful ride. The sun is shining. The temperature at this point is about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And the wind is about 6 miles an hour to your back. So it's actually really good traveling for you being one from the yeomanry. Unfortunately, I have nothing else to share about your trip, which is probably good. So back to the shrine and the group meeting the new Hearn.
Yep, I'll look at the young halfling that introduced himself and say, I agree with your compatriots about leaving this place might be the best option. For now.
I don't know. This place has really piqued my interest.
Hearn, you notice that there's scratch marks in the floor and along the walls by where a door.
You said scratch marks?
Yeah, as if something had tried to claw its way or dig its way out of this.
And now the door's open.
All 4 doors are open right now, yes.
But there are doors on the hinges, correct?
No.
The doors are gone.
No, there were no doors.
Okay.
What
it's
it
just
appears to look like is that it's likely grates that come down from above.
Oh, like the old portcullis type thing that would come down.
Yes.
Okay.
Looking up in between, you do notice that there is a slot on the door above you. I should say the portal.
All right, I have a feeling about something now.
Yeah, I think if you touch something, these things are going to come down.
Exactly. Can I deduce that if I have pressed that plate in the altar, that these portcullises would close?
You're free to think that.
Great answer. Yeah, all right. That's what I'm going with.
You're free to think that.
Yes. All right. What yeah, just if I can ask Hearn, there looks to be one one of the bodies had scratch marks in or slashes in his armor, right, Scott? Made by
it
some
looked
kind
as
of
if there's like something shredded the armor.
And it was like some razor weed or something.
That's kind of what Eagle Eye deduced.
Now I'm going to ask Hearn if that plant is local to this area, or is it unusual for it to be found here?
What do I know, if anything, about? Because I automatically get to identify any plant.
Yeah, if
Is
there's
it but unless it's intelligent, then it's not technically a plant. It would be a creature plant.
yeah.
But is razorweed like, say, an uncommon marsh plant, a bit like briar thorns and things like that? Something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I'll say, it's anywhere in this type of terrain.
All
But
right. So
where's the plant? If he was killed by it, it would still be there.
yeah,
And
exactly.
you also know, Hearn, that razorweed is an aquatic plant.
Oh, so it might be in the water of the marsh.
Maybe can you shave with it?
It's not.
Yeah, it's for
It's
shaving
not a
dwarfs.
sentient being either. It's just a plant.
Oh, so it's like I'm gonna say it's like a very
I don't know,
sharp
the way that I-
seaweed, like
Yeah.
a seaweed.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
I'm chasing that red herring then. Okay. All right. If I stand on this altar, would I be able to place anything in the hands of the statue?
Well, you'd have to
Oh,
climb
am I
up.
too short?
Hearn.
As he starts moving towards the statue, I'm gonna just slowly step back outside of this portcullis.
Kawana notices you doing that, and he follows
He
suit.
thinks it's a good move. Oh, I did want to ask
And he
a
yells
question.
in, "Lyric, get out here."
The scratch marks on the inside of this portcullis
So
portal thingy, are they man-sized, or does
Yes.
it look like potential? Oh, right. So maybe somebody was trapped on the inside and they literally shredded
Yes.
their fingers trying to
Yes.
claw their way out.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think standing on things is a good idea. I really don't.
So Lyric and Quan. So what this map doesn't represent is that there's enough of an island in this area
To be able to walk around the outside type thing.
Yes.
Okay.
When I made this map, I forgot to put the land around.
But I
it.
will tell the barbarian, because I like him because he's a barbarian, and druids and barbarians get on well. They respect the land. Try not to set foot in the water, because if there is any razorweed, that's where it will be. It's an aquatic form of bramblebush.
Mm.
You won't see it from up here, but you'll feel it when you walk through it.
Understood. Thank you, Druid.
My name's Hearn.
Harna.
That'll work.
Harna.
Yep.
And he beats his chest with his right fist while still holding the spear.
So he stabs himself in the face with the spear, falls into the water,
Gets cut up by
and
razor
gets
weed.
cut up. Yeah, comes out with a completely shaved chest. Man, because they have barber skill level 1.
Okay, so yeah, you could definitely fit on top, but the thing is you're gonna have to climb up these statues because the hands, the arms, and the hands are about 16 feet up off the ground.
Oh wow. Okay.
The statues, like I said, are about 20 feet tall.
Yeah. All right. Hmm.
The one detail I did leave out is that the hands rest upon a like a stone column from the altar itself as well. Perhaps to balance it so that it doesn't fall over, maybe.
So,
For those arms have to weigh quite a bit.
yeah.
I wish I was an artist and I could draw this stuff up really quick.
So there's something underneath the hands holding them up?
Yeah, columns.
Oh, columns. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, you definitely, with the use of your ring, you were able to ascertain that there is a sarcophagus inside this platform, or I wouldn't necessarily call it an altar, but a platform that the statues stand upon.
Okay. Who's left in this room with me?
So Thodan and Eagle Eye are standing by the door.
Okay.
He kind of you're the new guy, and they've seen some shit.
Yeah, sure.
Especially with undead.
Yeah. Oh man. Don't want to be level drained.
Yeah, that would.
But it's here for a reason. I don't want to metagame. Oh, shit.
Thodan's been level drained a few levels, and so is Kawana.
Oh, all right. So then they're used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you ever get used to being level drained.
Exactly.
Unless you're a necromancer. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Then it's masturbatorious. Geez. All right. All right. I'm not gonna climb up to the arm, to the hands. I'm just standing on the top and gonna make me press that damn lever. Yeah,
do you say you're gonna climb up the statue?
No, I
said
no.
His palms?
No, I'm not gonna go.
Okay. Well, nothing happens when you get on the platform. Okay. Just so you know.
All right. Is it just a regular plain platform, or is it? You have any other engravings or carvings on it?
No, okay. It's just a very plain platform. And there's dust on it, and what you'd expect for something that hasn't been maintained for however long this place has been here.
All right. So how far is the platform from the doors? It looks equidistant to all four of them.
About 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. It's close to equidistant, yes. So, about 30 feet.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to, before I leave...
I'm going to steal everything in this room.
Yeah, exactly. Before I press this lever, press the pressure plate in the altar, I'm going to take a census and see if everybody wants to leave or stay, or because I do tell them there is a sarcophagus inside of this stone alter. If it's worth it for them to for us to investigate it further, because there was the rumor we got was that there was vast amounts of treasure in there, a lot of treasure.
At that, Thodan's eyes perk up.
That's my man.
And
Right.
it being almost midnight here now, we're gonna put a pause here and
Yeah, that sounds good.
at this. What time is it in? Oh,
What's that?
sorry.
What's that?
This doesn't really have to be a private thing. You would figure that it is a couple hours afternoon from
It's
the
what?
position of the sun. Hearn.
Oh, okay.
I was just worried that he was about to open some type of crypt, and they keep mentioning undead, and if it was getting like dark, then that is not a good move. Oh look, we're robbing the tomb of somebody called the Lord of Night, and guess what?
Oh
It's
my
nighttime.
Yeah.
Lord of Night or Lord of the Night?
I don't know.
Lord
Lord
of
of the Night. There is a indefinitive article in there, or indefinite. Yeah, well,
Lord of the Night. I like that. I like this deductive reasoning. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna pause it here. We'll have Matt back next week and another.
I am in Kendall Keep at the moment, right?
No, you have not get to Kendall Keep in 2 hours. You are
Okay,
2
well,
hours down the road.
Even
You
if
have-
you ride
okay,
maximum, you're looking at
I am
3 to
in
5
transit to
days.
Kendall Keep at the moment. I'm in transit to Kendall Keep.
You are in transit to Kendall Keep. You are about 60 miles out from Kendall Keep.
Okay. So
That's
you're
gonna-
using miles. My game, by the way, is distance is base 10. At 10 dice is movement. Percentile dice is movement. So movement is kilometers outside.
Well, then it's 50, whatever you want to call it.
that's
away.
not D&D. 12 movement 12, but time is 12 and distance is linear scale. That's
And
10.
you figure it's going to take you at least 3
I
days
got
to
to
get to Kendall
Gary.
Keep.
I guess. Yeah. Whatever. Oh,
So,
there's some of the many reasons.
You're 3 days out from your goal. And
Right.
do
The
remember
reason
what you're going back
I
to.
wanted the salad, and I really just wanted balsamic vinegar and oil. I didn't really want to.
All right,
buy
so
a
we'll call it
salad
here.
dressing with all kinds of shit in it that I don't need.
And we will be
that's the
back
reason,
on
Raw.
next week.
That's
at
why
the-
Nalex kicked out Raw and the House of Racks.
Andy,
I don't eat beef anymore.
Andy.
What?
I'm trying to talk.
Yeah. Yes.
So we'll reconvene next week at 8:30 Central Time. Should have more of the other folks here.
Sounds good.
I want to thank everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Scott.